Welcome. This week's lab involves using Excel and doing some basic graphing. To access Excel, we're going to go to My Apps from our UAPTC homepage. There's two ways of doing this. We can either use Excel online or use it offline. They are actually quite different. So first thing I'm going to do is show you that if I click this, it will take me to Excel online version in which I can start editing and doing this. This is great for any browser. This also works on mobile apps, and it's overall fairly good. I prefer the offline version, which I can get to by changing up here where it says launch and just going to Microsoft 365 after having logged in. And then I see this button that says install and more. And that's the key to being able to install 365 on any Windows machine. It'll also give you options for the apps, but if you need to do it on phone or tablet, it doesn't work very well on Chrome OS. And if you've already got Office 365, you may just need to log in. So don't override anything on your Macs and tablets unless you're sure and you're ready. You may want to just download it from there and then log in using your student email from UAPTC. So I'm going to start off by giving us an overview of some of the Excel functions. So first thing I'm going to do is come in here and make a new Excel thing, and create a new blank worksheet. I want to first make these cells a little bit bigger, so one of the first things I like to do is I select in here on this top left corner. Sometimes you have to click on the actual corner, and then I move my cursor to the side and I drag these, make them a little bit taller and a little bit wider. I also like to, while I'm here, go ahead and change the font size. So you'll notice when I hovered over here, it gave me this pop-up, and I'm going to make that 16. And that allows me to change all of these. Now, another thing that we'll be doing is putting things into these cells, and we need to be able to reference things and to tell the string a function and just some data. So I'll just type in here data set 1, and we can see that it puts it up here. This is the contents of this cell. So now it says data set 1. If I actually type some numbers, even if I tell it to do some math, it does not actually do that math or do anything with those numbers. These are just entered as text and as reference, or just as numbers for my data entry. If I want to actually do any math, I have to put in this formula a plus or an equal sign. I typically use an equal sign. And so if I want to just do that cell plus 1, and it's going to pop up tell me there's a new way of doing that, so apparently, whatever. So you'll notice it refers to this cell, A2, and if I click up here, it'll show me which one it is, and it color codes it. Now this A2 written like it is a relative reference. It refers only to this cell, and if I copy that and move it over, you'll notice it switched to B2. And if I move it down, it switched to A3. And it gave me an error here because this is not actually a number or math. It's just a function, just some data. So if I add an equal and make it actual math, it now changes that to 10 in this here. But what if I just wanted to refer to this A2 without having it move around? Well, the way I would do that is by using number signs to lock in the different parts of my A2. And so by changing a number sign in front of the A, it stops me as I copy left to right, stops me from changing the column. And by having the number sign before the 2, it stops me as I copy from left to right or up and down. It stops me from changing the actual number, the row. And so that's great if I need to put something like Avogadro's number. And then put it in so I don't have to refer to it in the future. And so if I just set this in as equals, it makes sure that it's an actual number. And it's giving me a red mark because it's not quite sure what to do with the exponents here. Alright, another way I can set up these functions is when I'm in here, I can hit this FX button, and it gives me quite a few options and helps me find what I'm looking for. So if I want to do some math and I wanted to just do the sum, I could have done it from here by looking up the sum. And it tells me the options I have for it that I can put in parentheses. Alright, I'll show you now how to do this lab in two different videos, one with the online and one with the offline. Thank you.